YouTube, y'all, we come with the 4-year stretch that killed rap. Listen, y'all, listen. To be honest, I'm gonna keep it 100%. I'm gonna keep it a buck. Listen, I think what happened was we was locked in like during COVID, and we start realizing, bro, these niggas really not talking about nothing. They just talking like most rappers talk about the same thing. Like nobody really be like talking about their life. They just talk about I F this hoe, I got this much money, I got more money than you, you're a bitch. Like and then it's just all and then after a while you start realizing they flow don't really switch up. Like you start just paying more attention. That's what I believe like COVID just really opened people's eyes. Cause really you locked in, all you could do is watch TV and listen to music. So after a while you like, bruh, the TV show's not that good, the music really trash. Like what y'all let me know y'all thoughts in the PS down below what y'all think happened to rap, bruh.
I just got a call. It should be noted, many record labels have deprioritized the signing rappers. The focus is now African music and Latin music.
Really?
Rappers better stop being boring and talking about it over and over, chasing TikTok's success and condescension.
I didn't know that.
Ebro is saying is the obvious.
Understand, TikTok has ruined everything. Because an artist know the song that blow up on TikTok is not their best song, but they start putting all their energy into that song. And it's only relevant for 5 seconds on TikTok.
All of you are unoriginal. Every one of y'all is making the same thing. There's no new ideas, no new concept, there's no new sound. It's the same. It's all the same.
They used to say ad-libs, bro.
A lot of them just be posting throwaways. They be songs like they can just hold on to and do better.
Bro, Drake, Cole, and Kendrick like.
And that's what it felt like YB was doing after a while, my nigga. Like 7 EPs, albums in a year, my nigga, is insane. Like eventually, I just be like a huge YB fan. Not one of those meat riders that y'all be doing. Like, I just be like, okay, this shit hard. Like, after a while, bro, I stopped giving a damn what that nigga dropped. Like, I was like, nigga, like, nigga, I can't even keep up with you. Like, nigga, do you even care about what you dropping? Like, he just bored. Like, it's really the drugs. Like, it's the drugs that good, my nigga, that you so productive that you just, hey, man, hey, like, he just wake up in the morning, fucking record. Like in the evening, fucking record. He wash his face, fucking record. Like, bro, no. After a while, I still ain't caught up to YB albums. Yeet, his last album, yeah, like there was a couple of them in there. But like it's just not the Yeet that I know. It's not like he switched it up. I like that, but I don't know, bro. It just rap just been trash. Like what I've been listening to, I've listened to a lot of I don't know, bro. Like I'm trying to think of this. I'm gonna show you the song that I be listening to. This song's so hard to me. Hold on, we're gonna go to spot. Wait, hold on. It's called Archie Marry Me. Bro, I don't know who this lady is, y'all, but this is a classic. Like, I love this song. Oh, bro, I can't play too much of the song because they gonna try to like copyright the shit. But this song hard as hell, bro. I don't give a damn. Y'all gonna listen to that. Y'all gonna listen to that song. That song's so hard, bro.
Even fill the gap on it. It looks like we just have a bunch of 18 rappers and it's everybody else who they just get a club hit for like a couple of months and move on.
We don't really identify with the artist no more. Like I used to say somebody artist. I'd be like, who the fuck is that? I used to be like, you know who he is. I used to play 3 or 4 songs. I'd be like, oh, that's who made that? Mm-hmm. Whereas before, when we was coming up, we identified with an artist.
Now, take a guess who's falling off right now. Not a particular artist. I'm talking about the music industry.
Yeah, music's over. It's over. Streaming, bro. It's over with. About with, you know what I mean? It's cool. I get it, but like, it's over with.
Most artists or most new artists, at least in hip hop, they'll be made by TikTok.
The downfall of mainstream hip hop.
Everything that goes up must come down, and hip hop is no exception to this rule. In the present day, it's extremely obvious that hip hop is a shell of its former glory.
That nigga looks so
there
good.
are fewer and fewer huge records. Albums aren't hitting the way they used to, and fans are losing interest. For the past 6 months, all types of videos have been uploaded talking about how the genre is dying and listing various theories for why this is happening. This isn't the first time people have felt this way about the trajectory of the genre, but this time, it really might be true. But in order to get to the root cause of the situation current hip hop is facing, we have to look at the years that have led us here. So in this video, we'll take a look at the downward spiral mainstream rap has found itself in over the past 4 years.
Why is this music louder than you, my nigga? Like, hey guys, we have, like, he's talking like this. Hey guys, we have currently people rapping like apples, capples, japples. Not like, nigga, man, if you don't use your goddamn inside voice.
These videos do take a lot of time.
I mean, outside, because this is inside, I guess. His mom must be in the house or something.
Doing so. We'll start in 2019 because this was the last normal year the genre had. In 2019, hip-hop was in a good place. There was a wide variety of all different types of artists and songs seeing success, and the fans were engaged with everything. There were a good number of Billboard Top 10 hits, like Shook by DaBaby, Tatiana by Blueface.
Was y'all a big fan of DaBaby back in the Shook days, bro? I was like, it's alright. I never was one of those like crazy DaBaby niggas. Not to say that he was trash. I just never like hopped on a wave like how a lot of people was. Like the only people I was high on like coming up was like Uzi, Cardi, X, Juice WRLD, Trippie Redd. I'm trying to think. Polo G was one of those. I ain't gonna lie. Polo G was going stupid. He couldn't. Boy, that boy. Lil Baby. I'm trying to think of some other. YB had the utmost chance to just. But that nigga, he don't know how to stop doing drugs. He don't know how to stop staying out of trouble. Like
Face, Ransom by Lil Tecca, Bandit by Juice WRLD and NBA YoungBoy, and the most sold record in the history of music, Old Town Road. Outside of Billboard Top 10, there were plenty of other huge records that contributed to the excitement rap had at the time, and these included songs like Shotta Flow by NLE Choppa, Act Up by the City Girls, Ballin' by DJ Mustard and Roddy Ricch, and Welcome to the Party in Dior by Pop Smoke. There was an exciting crop of new stars, including people like Lil Baby, Gunna, DaBaby, Juice WRLD, Megan Thee Stallion, Pop Smoke, Roddy Ricch, Polo G, Lil TJ, NLE Choppa, and more. And hip-hop was in an exciting space. TikTok had just started blowing up, and the success of Old Town Road had proven it could be a powerful marketing tool. Towards the end of the year, the genre had experienced a tragedy when Juice WRLD lost his life at the young age of 21. But besides,
bro, Juice WRLD death is so heartbreaking and sad because like, bro was just trying to get out of trouble. Like if I remember it correctly, then this boy like swallowed like a whole like bag of perks or something, and like he just wasn't trying to go to jail. And like, wasn't his birthday like a week before, or was he? I think he flew to Chicago. He was flying somewhere to celebrate his birthday, and his birthday just passed not too long ago. And it was just, it just sad, man, because this brother right here, he was special. He was really special. He could, y'all, the way he could freestyle, switch up his flows, make songs like this, like, and they be good, and they be actual good, like a Lil Wayne type of nigga. This nigga was different, y'all. And to lose Juice WRLD so early, and especially so early into his career, is heartbreaking and sad, because like, to imagine what he could be right now, and imagine what music he'll be dropping right now, and like all the people he'll be collabing with, and to see Ski Mask, Slump God, lose another best friend was terrible. I couldn't even imagine what my bro was going through.
As this, 2019 was an overall good year.
But what happened to that nigga? What's his name? I forgot his name. I always use DaBaby. I get the cones with number this beard. I got your beer, won't put on the
2020 started off regular. The Box by Roddy Ricch saw crazy success and dominated the charts early on.
World War III?
In February, tragedy struck when Pop Smoke lost his life in a Cali Airbnb at the young age of 20.
Why is he whispering? Let me turn this shit up.
A week after this, Lil Baby dropped My Turn, which did numbers, and to this day is probably his best album ever.
Thanks.
Shortly after My Turn, Uzi shocked everybody and surprise dropped his long-awaited album, Eternal Tape, which did well, but left some fans disappointed and was the beginning of people wanting the quote-unquote old Uzi back. Eternal Take was an early example of a new trend.
I love that.
Labels were starting to implement a new strategy
crazy on that album.
where they had artists drop an album, then 2 weeks later release a deluxe album with an entire album
shit went crazy
songs to maximize the streams. Since 2017, streaming had become the #1 source of label revenue, and as the years passed, they had continued to try to figure out how to maximize the new model. Shortly after Eternal Take, the whole world was put on standstill when COVID hit, forcing everyone.
Hey, I know I'm pausing like, but listen, this is a reaction video, nigga. Calm down. Listen. The original video gonna be down in the comments. If y'all don't want to have a conversation, nigga, go ahead, go over to the original video and listen. Once you go over there, go ahead, like, subscribe to my boy, cause he be dropping crazy videos. But listen, what I was gonna say was, what was y'all doing during COVID? Was y'all like just chilling? Y'all start working out? Y'all was depressed? I ain't gonna lie, y'all, like, thank God, like, nobody, like, near me really got sick or died. It was really chill for me. That's really when I started, like, figuring out who I was, cause, all I did, like, my whole life was go to school. Nigga, like, I'm in 11th grade, so, like, I got out of school, like, 11th grade, like, I think we got out, like, February, March? I really can't remember. I think February, March. Then, bruh, the whole time, that's when I got to anime. I binge watched One Piece, 30 episodes a day. I was locked in, but I was working out like crazy too. I was working out, and I just really found myself, and I was just meditating, praying. It was a W time for me. I low key thank God for, like, not the disease or the virus or whatever it was. Like, I just thank God for, like, the peace of mind that I had during that time.
Into quarantine. Quarantine was a weird time for everyone, especially rappers who now found themselves stuck at home, unable to do shows. Some people
make better music.
Took advantage of the opportunity to do new things with a large audience stuck inside. Tory Lanez started a regular IG live stream that he called Quarantine Radio, and Swiss Beats and Timbaland started Versus, a head-to-head competition between hip-hop and R&B artists that started on Facebook and IG Live, and later transitioned to real venues. As far as the actual music release, albums from some of the biggest rappers during quarantine included Blame It On Baby by DaBaby, One by Gunna, The GOAT by Polo G, High Off Life by Future, and Sugar by Megan Thee Stallion. Similarly to 2019, 2020 also had a lot of big hits. Lil Baby, riding off the success of My Turn, had 2 of the biggest records of 2020 with We Paid featuring 42 Doug and The Bigger Picture. Life Is Good by Future and Drake, and Rockstar by DaBaby and Roddy Ricch were also Billboard Top 10 hits. And the most talked about and controversy generating record of the year, WAP by Meg Thee Stallion and Cardi B, also made a ton of noise.
I definitely forgot about all that.
In 2020, Meg's name was also hot from a situation that occurred with her and Tory Lanez, as well as 2 other people, where she was shot in the foot. She said that Tory was responsible, and Tory said he wasn't, and the situation got tons of media coverage.
Do we know what his sentence is?
The biggest
How long is he serving in jail?
Year.
I still don't know.
From 2019 to 2020, TikTok's influence had continued to grow, and the platform was now a legitimate new path to having a hot record. New artists were popping on the regular, and the term TikTok rapper was starting to become a thing.
Damn.
More established artists were also taking advantage of the new platform to blow their songs up as well. Unfortunately, the rise of TikTok also came with negative side effects.
What the fuck is that?
And as a result of the way content was consumed, rappers began making songs shorter and more repetitive in an effort to potentially get TikTokers to make viral challenges to their song. Drake was one of the first big artists to be called out for this when he dropped Tootsie Slide. In late 2020, King Von lost his life in an altercation with Quando Rondo in Atlanta.
R.P. King Von.
And Playboy Cardi dropped Whole Lotta Red, a long-awaited album.
Well, W year? I didn't realize. What?
One of the more unexpected trends of 2020 was the extreme rate that podcasts began growing in popularity.
Oh, Lord.
Up into 2020, there were already a few established.
Oh, this is when red pill, blue pill, beta male, alpha male, sigma male, all them other bush. And this is when like the gender wars and all that. Oh, okay. It's all coming back to me now. Because everybody locked in. And like people start talking about men and women and the if you make this much and like okay, so it's coming back. Y'all, the amount of people who got podcasts during this time should have been illegal. Like the way that I ain't gonna lie, the amount of like traction those podcasts got is crazy too, because you had people like Kevin Samuels, R.I.P. to my guy, but you had people like Kevin Samuels going crazy, and you had like the degenerate people just talking out the ass, like it was insane, bro. Like women, like if my man doesn't make $1 million a year, he's I can't talk to him, I can't even, and then he'd be like, hey, so what you doing? Yeah, I just work at Walmart. I'm like, nigga, like the amount of like stuff I saw, it changed my perception on life. I ain't gonna lie, but you gotta realize too, bro. Like this is why I be trying to tell you, like just because you see stuff on the internet, then does not mean it's like that in real life. Like some of these people be playing characters, y'all gotta remember that.
This podcast like the JVP and Drink Champs, but a whole new wave of pods joined in the period between 2019 and 2020, including shows like $1 Million Worth of Game, Big Facts, and the Expeditiously podcast. In 2020, the podcast space began taking off as more and more people began listening to podcasts, and more rappers, athletes, and other types of celebrities began starting new ones. 2020 was unorthodox, but definitely not a bad year for rap. But 2021 would be the first major indicator that things were slowing down. Early 2021, one name started popping up everywhere.
Lil Durk, why?
Pooh Shiesty had begun buzzing in late 2020. Off his hit record Back in Blood featuring Lil Durk.
Big 32.
By 2021, this record was everywhere, and Shiesty was one of rap's biggest up-and-coming stars.
That's facts.
Another emerging artist during this time was Coi Leray, who was buzzing off of her hit record.
Coi Leray? Coi Leray was buzzing?
No More Parties, as well as the fact
that shit was hard.
That she was an easy punching bag for internet trolls.
Nice.
Early 2021 also saw a deadly beef spilling over into rap when Young and A's, Spinabins,
a lot of beef rap,
Chopper, and Fast Money Goon released a song called Who I Smoke, missing a ton of their deceased ops on a catchy pop sample.
That is crazy.
A combination that led to the song going crazy, racking up tens of millions of views and becoming a viral hit.
Wow.
Early 2021 had a decent amount of motion, but as the year progressed, an alarming trend began to emerge. Throughout the year, plenty of albums dropped from the biggest artists in the game, but the music wasn't hitting the same and fans weren't receptive to it. Polo G dropped Hall of Fame, Migos dropped Culture 3, and Roddy Ricch dropped Live Like Fast, but all of these projects were labeled as mid.
That Roddy Ricch album, I'm sorry, bro. That shit was terrible. like, no dismount, bro. Like, that's
by the majority of listeners. Lil Baby and Lil Durk's collab album, Voice of the Heroes.
Oh, that went crazy. I like that.
And J. Cole's mixtape, The Off Season, were received slightly better. But Tyler, the Creator, probably had the best project of the year with Call Me If You Get Lost.
That shit was hard.
A great body of music that was received well by fans. In July, the baby went to Rolling Loud and did this.
You ain't show up today with HIV, AIDS, AIDS, deadly sexual transmitted disease that'll make you die 2-3 weeks to yourself on like that. Fellas, lights up. Fellas, if you ain't sucking in the parking lot, put your cell phone like that.
He got the usual cancel culture treatment, including
what? What did he say? It's like he was whispering. It said something about HIV, something if you ain't out here in the parking lot sucking, like put your phone like in the air or something. That's what he got canceled for? Like, I don't get it. I literally don't get it. Can y'all explain to me why that got canceled? I genuinely don't understand. Like, I'm not even trying to be funny. I literally don't understand.
A bunch of blog posts.
I couldn't hear it, to be honest.
But things went a step further than usual, and festivals began removing him from their lineups,
For what he
affecting his money. From summer to fall of 2021, one of the biggest storylines in hip-hop for the entire year began to develop. Both Drake and Kanye announced they were dropping albums and then began escalating their beef. Kanye built the hype around Donda, doing listening events and several...
You know, that Drake and Kanye beef never makes sense to me because they'll be beefing. Then Drake will be at Kanye's show crying. Like, it just, like, it never makes sense to me. Like, I don't know who's the problem. Like I literally don't understand. Cause like Drake would literally show up. Like I remember this. I literally remember this. Like not Kendrick. Kanye was having like a album release for Donda like in the stadium, and he was like, I think Kanye was doing like a remix or like just changing the lyrics to Runaway, and he's like, I need you to come back to me, Kimberly. And this nigga Drake is over there fucking crying. If I find a clip, I'm gonna throw it up. But I just remember him just crying for like absolutely no reason. So it don't make sense to me.
Summer before dropping the album August 29th. Drake followed, dropping Certified Lover Boy a week later. Despite the hype around these projects, most people ended up coming to the conclusion that both albums were underwhelming, just like most of the other music coming out in 2021. The trend of TikTok popularized songs continued, and things were so easy that even Soulja Boy, who hadn't been relevant for anything related to his music in over a decade, popped out with not just one, but 2 viral TikTok hits.
What?
The easy virality on TikTok was allowing tons of new artists to blow up on a regular basis, but because there were so many, this meant that nothing was really sticking. There was just a rotating window giving countless artists 5 seconds of fame, then moving on to the next. So, a unique situation was developing where, despite it being easier than ever for songs to blow up, there were fewer and fewer new artists with the same excitement DaBaby, NLE Choppa, Pop Smoke, and others had just a few years prior. Given the fact that no new artists were blowing up on a major scale, and
Bro, what's my boy name? Y'all gotta tell me bro name. Hold on. Him. Bro, he was so hard. I forgot his name. Like he rapped like he reading like off the dictionary. But I fuck with that, bro. I forgot his name. Oh my god, bro. He had a song with Lil Yachty that was tough too. Bro, what is this, bro? If y'all remember bro name, can y'all please leave that down in the comments, bro? I forgot his name, y'all.
Scale,
bro,
and none of the existing artists
it's gonna bug me. I
the way they did in the past. The charts reflected that mainstream hip-hop was in a lull, with Billboard Top 10 hits experiencing a significant decline from the previous year. Mainstream hip-hop was clearly declining, but there was one artist able to cut through the TikTok noise and blow up on a huge scale. In late summer, an artist called Yeet started buzzing off a song called Sorry About that went crazy on TikTok. Then he followed this up with an even bigger one called Get Busy. With these viral hits, he was arguably the biggest new artist of 2021, even receiving a cosign from Drake. Yeet was part of a new wave in a subgenre referred to as rage, and other artists like Kim Carson, Ken, and Destroy Lonely were all new artists in this lane, blowing up this same year, seeing more traction than the typical artist on TikTok. Also, up in New York, Bronx Drill was blowing up, with artists like K-Flock, B-Love, and D-Thing doing numbers leading the underground scene. So overall, 2021 was a bad year for the mainstream, but it was good for a few underground niches. 2021 was also good for another form of entertainment, that was just
Rap
starting
beef,
to touch the hip-hop
Rap
world.
beef.
Streaming had been a thing for years, but it was something mainly for gamers. However, in 2021, people like Kai Cenat, Duke Dennis, Aiden Ross, Garage, and Bruce Drop 'em Off popularized streaming with a different demographic that aligned more with the audience of hip-hop consumers. With the decline of hip-hop, a lot of kids and teenagers who in previous years would have been hardcore rap fans are now turning to streamers as their primary source of entertainment and looking up to streamers the way kids in the past looked up to rappers.
Exactly.
Aiden Ross's streams.
Because not all niggas, man, like, listen, not everybody in the streets, my nigga. Like, and that's just a fact, bro. And that's no shade to my niggas in the streets, man. That's where you want to be at, nigga. And most likely, bro, a lot of people that's in the streets don't want to be in the streets. Like, if we just keep it book. But anyway, like, I feel like people relate more to Kai Cenat, Duke Dennis, because like they identify with sometimes their story or just how they came up, and like we got a lot of people want to be content creators now. You got a lot of people like who want money. It's just like different things. People doing like modeling, fashion. There's so many ways to make money online. There's so many like branches and like people who will give you money if you just monetize it. You just be yourself. Like, that's why I think it's so important to like, I think streaming is very important because you got a lot of people now out here trying drugs. You got like back in the day, you had a lot of people saying, "Oh, I started drugs because this rapper was doing it. Oh, I did this because this rapper. So and I think Juice WRLD one time said that he tried lean because he heard Future saying it. So I think it's very important because most streamers, they are preaching positive messages and they just being themselves. So I think it's very cool that a lot of people are gravitating towards like streamers and stuff like that.
Ended up getting so big that through 2021, he had a lot of the biggest rappers out lining up to come on and promote their music on his platform.
Aiden was going stupid.
Going into 2022, hip-hop's mainstream drought would continue. Gunna will start the year off strong, dropping Diaz Forever, a solid project with the breakout hit, Pushin' P. It was a good project, but an example of how streaming had been continuing to affect the length of albums. Diaz Forever was 20 songs long by itself with no deluxe included. The new length of albums meant that mediocre songs that wouldn't have made the cut in previous years were slipping through the cracks for the sheer purpose of increasing streaming time. Lil Durk's 7220 album was a perfect example of this, containing 31 songs in total, 17 in the original, and 14 additional ones on the deluxe version.
Oh my God!
In April, Pusha Ice-T was sentenced to 5 years.
Damn, 5
a deal that wasn't bad considering the possible time he could have.
23, 24, wait, that's 22. So 20, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27. Damn. Man, ain't no way.
Received, but still meant hip-hop would be losing one of his newest stars early into his career. Then in May, the whole hip-hop world was caught by surprise when Young Thug, Gunna, and 26 other members of YSL were indicted in a RICO case that stretched back almost a decade. This same month, Kendrick returned from a 5-year hiatus, dropping Mr. Morale, an album which was successful, but not at the level of his previous album.
Damn.
Future also dropped.
Do you know how hard it is to beat Damn? Like, oh, bro, there's so many damn classics on Damn. Like, ones that I didn't even think that was classics back then that I listen to now, and I consider classics. Like, even my ringtone is a song off that album. I think it's called. Oh my God, bro, what is it, bro? What is it? It's literally my ringtone, y'all. I got so many things and wait, bro, what is that song? It's literally my ringtone. But see, y'all, I'm terrible with names. If y'all haven't figured that out, I'm terrible with names. It's called Y'all. I'm so bad. Like, we're not gonna talk about that.
I Never Liked You.
I'm terrible with names, y'all.
Album which saw a large amount of success with the hit single "Wait for You" going #1 on Billboard. 2022 also saw the rise of a few new faces. In July, A Memphis artist called Glorilla blew up off a song called F&F. Then, in late summer, a song called Munch by an artist named Ice Spice started blowing up on TikTok. It was initially taken as a joke, but it grew on people, and Ice Spice continued dropping and growing her popularity. And late...
Can we all just keep it 1,000, bro? She just bad. That's the only reason why we like her music. And we don't even like her music. We just like we just watch it for the ass. In the face card. And like, can we just keep it? No, I'm not saying. I'm just saying the niggas. The niggas specific. Even some of the women. Let's keep it a buck. Let's keep it 1,000. Most of us don't like Ice Spice music. We like Ice Spice as a personality, but we don't like Ice Spice music. Can we be for real? Are we finna cap in the comments? Like, is that what y'all finna do? If y'all get in the comments, start cap. I love Ice Spice music. It woke me up out my coma. See, matter of fact, I can see one of y'all like now.
In 2022, Kanye went on his most career damaging rampage ever, which all started with the picture he took of Candace Owens. Wearing a White Lives Matter t-shirt. After this, he made an appearance on Drink Champs, where he said that George Floyd OD'd on fentanyl and announced that he had problems with a group of people he referred to as the Jewish higher-ups. He received strong backlash, but being Kanye, he doubled down on his stance and basically went on a press run defending his comments and continuing to make more and more controversial statements.
First of all, why would you have Kanye on the news? Like, who? They knew what they was doing. Like, they knew what they was doing. Why would you have? Look at this nigga. He already looked like he finna say something crazy. Why would you have Kanye West on the news? That doesn't even make sense. That doesn't even make. Like, what would Kanye say that's gonna change the world? Like, what he said definitely changed his career, but nigga, man, why would you have Kanye West on the news?
Statements that the media was having a field day reporting on. Eventually, things would end up getting to the point where he was dropped from his Adidas deal. Meanwhile, in late 2022, on the music scene, Lil Baby dropped It's Only Me, his first solo album since My Turn. And the album had an underwhelming response and was yet another example of an album optimized for streaming instead of quality.
It's pretty good.
In December, Drake and 21 Savage teamed up to drop a collab tape titled Her Loss, which ended up being a very successful release. Also in December, Gunna accepted a plea deal and came home, and video came out about what he had admitted to get this deal.
Niggas was pissed.
YSL is a music label and a game.
Yes, ma'am.
You have personal knowledge that members or
If he was calling it Mr. Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am. You were present when law enforcement officers stopped a vehicle in which you were present along with
y'all think Gunna said y'all? Let me know.
And a firearm were recovered. These items did not belong to you.
Yes, ma'am. Some people argued it was in a gray area that wasn't technically snitching, but the majority of hip-hop labeled him a rat, and most of his former rapper friends unfollowed him and distanced themselves, the most notable being Lil Baby. The Gunna situation was one of the biggest things to happen in hip-hop that year, and this was more evidence of the genre's decline in popularity. Meanwhile, the growing appetite for podcasts and streaming continued, with the biggest podcasts and streamers growing at a crazy rate. In 2022, Kai Cenat took the place of Aiden Ross when it came to having the biggest rappers on his stream, bringing people like Blueface and Krishan Rock, Ice Spice, Lil Baby, and 21 Savage.
Different.
In 2023, mainstream rap slump became extremely obvious. Very few artists even dropped music. The first notable albums didn't come until summer.
Ooh, what the fuck?
In June, Uzi returned from a 3-year hiatus and dropped the Pink Tape.
I like that one.
Another album with way too many songs that came and went, like the majority of other albums from the previous 2 years.
I like that album. It was actually tough.
This same month, Gunna released The Gift and the Curse, his first album since he told and came home. In order to keep the fans on his side, he had to drop a banger, and this was exactly what he did, delivering a quality album with no features. In July, Travis Scott dropped his long-awaited album Utopia, which was extremely successful, doing 500,000 units the first week. Besides A Gift and a Curse and Utopia, most of 2023's mainstream albums were mediocre.
I have realized, y'all, I gotta start watching like music videos. 'Cause every time they pop in, like I be looking like, what is this? What was that?
And projects like Almost Healed by Lil Durk, Hard to Love by Moneybagg Yo, and Set It Off by Offset came and went. 2023 also didn't see any new artists going nearly as viral as Ice Spice, Glorilla, Yeet, or Pooh Shiesty did in 2022 and 2021. The most viral new artist of 2023 was Sexy Red, who began trending towards the later half of the year. By this point, it was undeniable that things were definitely in a slump for the genre, and YouTube channels began popping out left and right, talking about how hip-hop was dying and speculating the true reason behind it. The answer can be seen by looking at the last 4 years. There's no one specific reason, and a variety of factors have contributed to the decline. Up-and-coming stars got locked up or passed. Many artists began making music focusing on streaming numbers or TikTok success instead of quality music. There wasn't much innovation to the mainstream sound, and as a result, things began to feel like the majority of producers were making the same beat over and over, and rappers were making the same song again and again. The trendy 15-second clip virality of TikTok made it harder for artists to build an actual fan base, and as a result, more artists experienced the trend of having 5 seconds of their song blow up for a couple of weeks and then being irrelevant in a matter of months. And as a result of all the music being cycled through on a regular basis, artists not making music optimized for social media struggled to cut through all the noise. All of this turned into fans losing interest in rap music, and while hip-hop music has been declining, podcasts and live streaming have been skyrocketing, taking up the attention formerly reserved for music. Streamers are getting NBA-sized contracts and building fan bases that match the loyalty of artists like XXXTentacion and NBA YoungBoy. The youth has always fueled hip-hop, but these days they're more interested in watching Twitch and Kick. This is definitely not the end of hip-hop, but it may be the end of its chokehold on the mainstream, and we may never see hip-hop regain the chokehold it's had on pop culture.
See, y'all, that's what I'm talking about. What was that? Literally, what was that? But come on now, what was that?
Had a great run,
I know I ain't tripping,
but
man.
nothing lasts forever.
And that's the end of the video, man. Man, hey, go ahead, go like my boy and subscribe to him. He amazing breakdown. I was keeping up. You made me start remembering things like from like when I was living through that era. Hey man, love y'all. Stay safe. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe if you enjoyed the video. I'll see y'all next video. We out.